Hello, beautiful souls. All right, it's been a while since I've did an update, so here we go. All right, for spring break in 2022, I was supposed to take my oldest son to Mexico. Had the whole trip planned out and everything, and came to the last minute, and all of a sudden couldn't find my passport anywhere. So, like 6 days before, not quite, I ended up canceling. Maybe 4 days before I canceled all of my reservations. I was also able to get credit for my airfare and my companion fare back, and it ended up not costing me anything, which was crazy considering I bought non-refundable airplane tickets. Although technically, I guess it's not a refund if you have a credit. But since we're planning on going as soon as I can figure out this passport thing, that's on my list of things to do besides finishing my taxes. Love taxes. No, don't. And rainbow on my face. Rainbows everywhere. So, because, we had the week off, we planned to go to Mexico, and I had a house sitter, and decided to just take a road trip. So my bucket list was to go to, I have lots of things on my bucket list, but all of a sudden, stuck in the United States. Okay. Or, yeah, I can't go to Canada right now because I'm not vaccinated. So, yeah, we decided to go to Mount Shasta and the redwoods, and we made this loop all around through Northern California, back up through Oregon, and to Newport, Oregon, which is one of our favorite places. We love the beach there. And now we drove through the dunes in Oregon. We're planning to go back. It's just so cool. And that whole area, I guess between Redding and Eureka, is so gorgeous. That's a long and windy road, and we almost ran out of gas once. Oh, the stories. But yeah, we had a fantastic time. And let me tell you, if you have a teenager, plan to take them on a road trip. It was so cool. I love tuning in with my kids. Getting to know, what it is they love, no matter what it is, like food, drink, yeah, all that stuff. What is it that really moves them and gets them excited in their life? And so I got to do that with my 19-year-old, he's amazing. And he and I are so similar in a lot of ways. We're kindred spirits. We both love crystals. We both love eating good food. We both don't eat a lot, like as in many times during the day. So our patterns are really similar. It's easy to travel with him. Yeah, we had a great time. But let me tell you what, I have had so much growing coming in. It's funny. I had turned off all of my dating stuff. But when I say turned off, I meant, like no new matches. But anybody that I had already matched with could message me, but I was not spending any time on any dating sites. But it's interesting because somebody had messaged me when was it? I don't even know. There's just been so many synchronicities. Anyway, early in March, maybe, I guess. And it's so funny. He asked me about my artwork. And it turns out that on that particular website, I had connected my Instagram. And I have not had any luck on dating sites. I get a lot of action. That's not what it sounds like. That means I get a lot of messages from guys. Most of them are like 70 years old or somewhere in their 60s. Some 20-year-olds. And, it's like small talk. I don't really roll with the small talk. So anyway, I met this guy, started talking to him about my artwork that I just started doing. Well, he's an artist, among other things. And holy cow, was there a pull. And what I mean by that, it wasn't the magnetic pull that I've had in the past that for me is a big red flag of a false twin flame or some karmic something or other. This was like, this guy's interesting. Anyway, I asked him out, which is not something I usually do. But yeah, I asked him out and we went out, and I've been hanging out around him and spending time with him ever since. And I tell you what, this guy's cool. And what I mean by that is that he's gentle. His energy is gentle. Nice guy. Hot. And that's subjective, and I'm okay with that. But, it's one of those things where, you can think they're cute, but then when you get to know them, and they all of a sudden get even cuter. And every single thing they share about themselves makes them even more attractive. That's where I'm at. I'm loving it. It's good. I love hanging out with him. And, I've been in this place of being alone for quite a while now. I mean, I've had one boyfriend over the last year. Not for a full year, but, yeah, it's cool. It's really cool. And we've been going out and doing fun stuff, and he likes eating as much as I do, likes cooking as much as I do. So we're cooking and also eating in restaurants and enjoying a glass of wine together or two and just having a great time talking. Anyway, that's my update. Life is good. Life is really good. I have a whole bunch of things I'm dealing with right now that are not so great. Taxes, other big decisions that I'm making. But it's okay. I got this. But you know what? This good stuff is really good. And I feel seen and heard and valued. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So that's about what's been going on. And I guess I got, the whole thing with that is that a lot of stuff comes in. Obviously, relationships are a catalyst for any of your own wounding. And for me, it's been the same thing. It's been like really liking this guy. And I realize how not really open I have been. Or how I have not been very open. But now it's like, okay. I mean, these whole huge things are coming in about surrendering in full participation. That it is okay to be vulnerable. And, I have been partly just because of the intense energy, and you guys probably know what I mean. But have we ever seen the KP7? I don't know, but we did yesterday or the day before. But I was so emotional. It was like, and it was interesting because it was almost like nostalgia a little mixed with gratitude, but it was like overwhelming. And so, my eyes would start leaking, but I didn't necessarily feel sad. But I keep having these bouts of sadness and I'm just letting it go. And I'm like, well, when I was hanging around with him, I have no problem just starting. I mean, I'm like, well, here we go. Here we go. Oh, I'm feeling emotional right now. I'm probably going to start crying. And he's okay with that. He can hold space. But I've just been letting it go, letting it flow. There's something about that right now. And all of these deep things about not being vulnerable, all this programming. It's okay to be vulnerable. What's going to happen if I am? I could get hurt. Especially, it feels like over the last year, the idea of being hurt is less and less concerning. There is this idea of just flow and divine orchestration. And when people come in and out of my life, it's okay. And I tend to just focus on the blessings in all of these relationships, whatever they are, whether they're friendships or romantic or collaborations or whatever they are. And sometimes they're short-lived, and that's okay too. We don't fully know when we interact with somebody what the long-term ramifications are going to be. The ripple outward. But what I'm really feeling deeply is that it's okay to be excited. It's okay to be vulnerable. And as a strong woman, it's okay to surrender too. And there is definitely this aspect within me that is like, no, what are you talking about? But it's okay. And here's the thing, is that I'm trusting myself more and more and more, right? Flying by the seat of my pants with my intuition as my guide. Even for that road trip, I did not plan hotels ahead of time or much else really. Just knew where I was hoping to go and was fine even, the second day of changing the route I had planned to go on to allow my son to pick. It's like sometimes those things are the best things when we allow for flexibility and we don't try to control and hold on to all of that rigidity. Anyway, life is good. Now I'm back to reality, back home. Gotta do my taxes. I hate taxes. Yeah. Got lots of projects I'm working on, and life is good. Life is good. Life is not all about anxiety for me. There are some things I could be anxious about right now, but I'm not. Love you guys. Bye.